Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I play very serious videos I do for the wine. I go over there, try food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm real happy because this turned out to be a little bit of an international special. I haven't done one of those in a while, so I'm a little bit excited. But anyway, we'll get to that. It is a super simple format, folks. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to try out food and or drink items. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, shit, I like to highlight super cool shirts. Call me crazy. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom, it's my Vended shirt. Which, if you are not familiar with the band Vended, I would genuinely consider them to be up and coming. They probably are most famous, I would say, at the moment, for their association with the members of Slipknot, in that a couple of the members of Vended are actually the children of Slipknot. And if you're like me and you've been following fucking, heavy metal for, quite a few years now, like, this was something I was aware of, kind of just like in my side view, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then last year, at the time I'm doing this, they ended up being on the ticket with a band called Ginger that I really like. And I was really impressed. And I actually didn't know of their association at that point. I wasn't aware. I knew that there was a band out there with Slipknot kids in it. Did not know that this was the band. Ended up looking into them. Found out, oh shit, it's a Slipknot kids band. And they were really fucking good. Then I was fortunate enough, I actually got to see them again. They opened up for another up-and-coming band called Bloodywood. And, I mean, these guys are really fucking good. Like, regardless of any association with Slipknot or anything, genuinely, I consider them to be an up-and-coming band. Like, they're really fucking good. I think they deserve a lot of credit. I actually have some videos of their performances that I have on this channel, just in case you're interested. But anyway, what am I reviewing for you? What are we doing? Why is it a international special? Well, folks, because on my way out to go visit a friend, I ran into a place called Exotic Snacks and Anime. And that just seemed like a place that was perfectly suited for this guy right here. I just got through reviewing some, boom, Snickers Berry Whip flavor. Go watch that video. And they had another unusual flavor there. Boom, it's Snickers. Woo, Snickers. Kesar Pista. I apologize to the fine people of India, because that is where this is from. But as far as I could tell, it's pistachio Snickers, which sounds really cool. Now, my thing is, are they just replacing the peanuts with pistachios, or is it going to be like an actual pistachio flavor throughout? Because I think that we had pistachio Snickers here in America at one point. Maybe. I don't eat a lot of Snickers. It's not my go-to. I'm more of a Milky Way guy. But I'm going to find out anyway. So let's open it up. And looks like a Snickers bar. And interestingly, sort of, this kind of confirms something from the previous one, because with the Berry Whip one, the chocolate had like a lighter color. And I, posed the question of, well, I wonder if that's just the way that their Snickers look over in India. Maybe the way they use the chocolate is different, or maybe it was just specific for the berry one. Apparently it was just for the berry one. So let's give this little Snickers a go. Get a little bit of a breeze. Well, that's definitely throughout. Because I'm getting heavy pistachio flavor throughout the entire thing. Honestly, the nuts are surprisingly kind of downplayed. I think what they did, normally when you have a Snickers bar, peanuts are kind of like up top, they're pretty prominent. Here it doesn't appear to be the case. It seems like they maybe went over there and mixed them in with the nougat and the caramel. So you get kind of a pistachio flavor throughout. That's really interesting. Because they're definitely still in there. You can kind of see them a little bit. But they're like more ground up instead of being like bigger nuts. That's really good. I like that. Not do I like the pistachio flavor, because pistachios are just fucking good. I like the way they put that together. I think, so for me, one of the reasons why I like Milky Way more than I like Snickers, although I do like texture, and I'm fine with nuts and candy bars, it's not my go-to thing. You know, like, I'll every now and again, sure. But I do prefer just a smoother candy bar, or maybe one with a cookie crunch versus nuts in it. With this versus like a traditional Snickers, because it's sort of blended in, even though you do still get a texture, kind of thing, I'm not getting like real, like, big pieces of nuts. There's no way for this to not just, my inner 13-year-old is like going full fucking Beavis and Butthead. But yeah, I like the way that they integrated them. Plus, like I said, it's kind of cool because it means that every part of it has that pistachio flavor, and that's really nice. I'm very down with this. India, you make some badass Snickers. Like, your food is super good. Bloodywood is an amazing fucking band. You had my favorite Spider-Man in the new Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie. The second one, not the first one. Moonbright Spider-Man was badass. Your women are insanely beautiful. I mean, come on now. Plus, you guys pull off some of the coolest beards ever. I mean, I try. But, and I apologize for going over there and, like, breaking down your entire country and culture into, like, just those few things. I know there's a lot of other awesome stuff about you all. But no, and then on top of that, apparently y'all make some really good Snickers. Like, this one and the Berry Whip are really cool. And I mentioned this with the Berry Whip. This is another one where, even though it's like it's an international flavor, this is one you could bring over here, 100%. Pistachios aren't like a super commonplace thing here in America, but like, you can certainly get pistachios probably any gas station or anything. It's enough of a thing that I think you could bring this over and have people in America really like it. So I'm super down with it. And I don't know, man, it's like Japan is kind of the land of the interesting Kit Kats. Is India going to become the land of the interesting Snickers? I'd be perfectly cool with that. But 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Now, as I mentioned with the Berry Whip one, I did have to get these from an import store. When you get stuff from an import store, you have to pay import prices. So you're going to be paying more for everything you buy because, it has to travel and all that stuff and everything. So it wouldn't be something I would grab on the regular. But I definitely do intend to go back to that store. And, like, seriously, full props to that place, man. Like I said, it's called Exotic Snacks N Anime. And it's just a cool little shop with a bunch of import food. They have, like, a couple of video game stations set up in there. They got anime playing on the TV. They have, like, some Funko stuff and everything. Very cool little spot. The guy behind the counter was fucking badass. I'm going to say his name was Mershawn. Though I could be wrong. He told me his name. We shook hands. But my brain is terrible when it comes to remembering names. I need to hear it a few times, but I think that's it. If it isn't, I apologize to him. But I'll see him very soon, I'm sure, because I'm definitely going to hit that place again. But, yeah, I would definitely get it again, but like I said, because of the price, But between this and I'll say, between this and the Berry Whip, I would probably give it to the Berry Whip a little bit, as being my favorite of the two, but not by miles. They're both really good. If I'm recommending it to people, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it has a nice pistachio flavor to it. Still has the general Snickers format, slightly augmented. But it's kind of similar to the Berry Whip thing. It's familiar flavors, just, put into a format that maybe you're not familiar with. And it's really good. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, spend this rest of the year. Folks, you go over there and yourselves a truly interesting Snickers-tastic rest of your life, apparently, because apparently we just live in a cool world filled with interesting Snickers. How neat! That's why whenever I run into people online who are all fucking gloom and doom about everything in the world, I mean, folks, don't get me wrong, I'm not a fucking optimist by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, it's, things can be scary and there can be stuff going on, and interesting Snickers isn't going to make up for all of that. But I do think that it's like, dial it back, John Connor, okay? Fucking, just, I was an edgy fucking 13-year-old once, too, okay? I got notebooks to prove it. Fuck off and just, Anyway, final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. And folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there with it. It's just, life can't, like I was just saying, I'm not exactly an optimist. But, life can be very stressful, very frustrating when we run into those circumstances. Take a step back. Don't go over there and write a bunch of crappy emo music about it. Instead, take a step back, go over there, try to mitigate the level of assholeness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. And stay off the fucking internet if you're in that mood already. It's just going to make it worse. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe there's more fantastically tasty Snickers bars in India that I'm just not aware of yet. If that's the case and you're aware of them, hey, hit me the fuck up and be like, dude, there's this one, and there's one that, it tastes like lemon meringue pie, and there's like another one that makes it taste like, I don't know, masala, maybe? No. Bad, Brandon. Bad, Brandon. I was trying to think of something Indian to go off of, and it was like, my brain just went to like the 2 like most generic Indian foods, which is, like tiki masala and buttered chicken, and it was like, probably not the best way to represent it. But, if that's the case, hey, hit me up, school me so that I can not look like an asshat the next time I do one of these. Or conversely, hey, enjoy some delicious Indian food if you have the opportunity. I haven't done a lot in the way of reviewing Indian food on the channel. I definitely want to remedy that. It's difficult to make that work, because usually Indian food places are more like dining, sit-down places, but trust me, I want to get more of that in there. Anyway, bye.